each other. So as dungeon masters, we have no idea what's actually happening or what's in there. So as far as we understand, we'll be going through like a series of kind of individual scenarios for each character, separately dungeon mastered, and we'll just go from there. So thank you, Chris, for this opportunity. So we're actually going to be starting off with Paladin. What?
No.
Yeah. No, he says what?
No?
No, Jared's envelope says number 1.
Yeah, am I not the dungeon master?
Oh, yes.
So I believe I'm going to be the dungeon master first for Nate.
I want to show you. Look how cute this is. It says our names, and it has like directions, and then there's a little post-it note that said, "From Chris with love." Not nice.
We like to believe Chris actually just has these envelopes on his desk at all times. Anytime he needs to invite people for his birthday parties or whatever.
This is like one of 10 horrible "what do I do to them" sets.
Yeah.
Pre-made.
Yeah, so Paladin scenario, open this envelope first.
Wait, can I hold mine? I just want to touch it.
Here.
Okay.
I like holding things.
Nate, are you ready?
Oh, I'm last.
Ready.
Yeah.
It's got...
Oh my god.
This is so adorable.
Oh my.
Oh, there's multiple here.
Oh
Little
my.
wine glasses on the back.
There's wine. He drew little wine glasses
Oh
on
my
the back.
god.
With music notes.
All right.
I don't think you guys understand how wonderful.
Yay! This is the best.
Oh, it's like not even. Oh, it's a
Oh
full.
my god.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so ready.
There's a lot of text on there.
It's like a choose your own adventure. It's like, if this happens, read this part. If this happens, read this part.
This is amazing. Okay, let's go.
All right. There's also like a really important at the top that I just had to read, so that's all. Okay. Let me...
And as I understand it, the other characters all get to play as well. It's just that
Right.
this is like
Yeah.
main character Paladin time.
Yeah, so there should be a lot of role-playing. Okay, Paladin.
Yo.
Following a spectacular performance in the market, you've become a water-deep sensation.
Hell yeah.
You've been entertaining for just sold-out crowds in taverns all across the city. Mm-hmm. Now, your performances have earned a staggering 300 gold pieces so far, which is a lot for us.
Okay.
And Simon's gotten pretty good at providing musical accompaniment for you on a set of wooden pipes.
Aw, my son.
Now, you've also found yourself on the receiving end a lot of free wine and attention, and you've been amassing a flock of devotees who worship you.
Right. I'm aware of all of this.
Yes. So right now, you and Simon are on your way to perform a gig in the dock ward. And as you're approaching the dock ward, it's about early morning, about 11 a.m. or so, and you're getting towards the ocean. There's a lot of cool breeze coming at you, and you're feeling it, like you're very, very fresh, despite all the wine you've had this morning. It's helping you kind of stay focused for the show you're about to perform. And as you get towards the harbor, Deepwater Harbor, you see 3 massive ships, 3 galleons.
Huh.
And as you're walking by, you actually can note the names of each ship alongside the barge of each one. One is called the Heartbreaker, one is called the Hellraiser, and the last, least notable one is called the Eyecatcher. Now, they're all outlandishly decorated, despite what I just said. So even like the Eyecatcher is the least notable, still like pretty fanciful. Like they might be like sort of party boats rather than like fishing vessels than anything else.
Okay.
So the first 2 ships are at the docks. They're there. The Heartbreaker and the Hellraiser are there. The third one, the Eyecatcher, is actually anchored in the middle of the bay. The Sea Maiden's Fair, a traveling carnival, has come to Waterdeep. Fun. And over the next 2 days, Simon has become enthralled by this carnival.
Oh god.
So all he wants to do is go to this, watch the circus performers, see the caged animals, see all the decorations, and he wants to party and just be at this carnival as much as possible with his dad.
Aw. Nice.
And they're also rehearsing for a parade. That's also in there. So yeah, you go there and you perform another show. goes extremely well, and you find yourself kind of getting towards the evening of being in the dock ward. And so after you kind of finish up the show with Simon, earned your gold pieces, this is the kind of time where you and Simon usually rewind, maybe get some wine, and kind of partake in the different festivities.
Okay. So I turn to my son and I say, Simon.
Yeah?
So work's done for the day. You did our job. What do you wanna do now?
I want to go see the animals.
Okay.
They're over there. And he immediately like grabs you by the hand, starts pulling you, like you're already going in that direction. And you actually make your way through somewhat of a crowd. It's not like massive, like in the markets by any means, but enough that you kind of have to maneuver your way around people. It seems that not just you two are also here enjoying the different festivals.
Are Strix and I there?
I'm going to say guess no, based on later notes.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Though, I don't know if we're allowed to, but if other NPCs arrive, maybe I'll have you guys hop in.
Okay.
Okay.
Chris did say that the other characters were involved.
Okay. Okay.
Whenever DM, whenever you feel appropriate, let us know.
I'm doing my best. So Simon pulls you over. Along the way, you actually come across like a imported wine stand from one of the ships. Like they actually set up this stall, and they said these are wines from, I don't know, Flan.
As in the dessert?
They call it the wine of radiance.
The wine of what?
Anyone?
Yeah.
The what?
Okay, thank you. Wine of radiance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That seems like a reference I don't get. So as Simon's pulling me along, I just immediately like stop. I'm just like, wait.
Yeah. Oh, right, your juice. I can't wait until I'm old enough to have some.
You technically might be. I'm not really sure. Jury's out on that.
That's fine. I didn't like the taste anyway.
All right. Well, more for me. So is there's someone running the stand?
Yeah.
Assuming? Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So not going to steal this one. Good morrow to you, sir.
Turning around is clearly a half-elven man, but despite having the elven blood in him, he is surprisingly gruff, but also very, very approachable and willing to sell his wares. Ah, yes, sir. Come on in. We have the finest wines throughout all of Flan, crushed within their own fresh new vineyards. They say the pools of radiance themselves grow the plants from underneath.
How very appealing. How very tantalizing. Yeah. So what do we got? What's the selection, or is there something specifically you recommend? Maybe something that would work for someone of of notoriety around these parts.
He goes, well, and he turns and looks back at the stall, and there's just the rows. Like, imagine like a wine rack. It's just like rows of that. Make a perception check.
Ooh, first roll.
Yeah.
Oops, I need to do it on there. I will place it.
What is that?
Please don't say it's a
13.
13? Okay. So as he looked to pick out a specific bottle for you, what you kind of notice is that every single label is exactly the same. And he picks one out from the top shelf and just goes, this is but our finest selection for someone such as yourself who clearly has very dignified taste.
And that's why you put them all with the same label, just so people don't get any ideas, right?
Well, you see, we don't want, the lesser, commoner people to feel like they're being left out, which is why they're all exactly the same. It's for their sake.
I see. And what does this fine wine run me for, good sir?
He picks up the bottle and kind of like flourishes for you. He's like, again, this is but the finest of wine. For something like this has to be 3 platinum. Easy.
Interesting. It's like, may I just look at it?
Oh, of course.
I'm just kind of, I don't know if I could bring myself to 3 platinum. I'd say if you were willing to bargain, how about 3 gold? And the hearty handshake of one of Waterdeep's most beloved performers.
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh, I will. Okay, so 6 plus 19, so 19.
Ooh, that's good. So as you say that, he actually kind of dawns upon him who exactly is he's talking to. And he goes, oh, I would be so adored if one of my fine wines was endorsed by Mr. Sepper himself. Perhaps maybe at one of your shows you could just have the bottle on stage and people could just see the label.
Ah, product placement. Okay. Well,
Yeah, like a sort of deal on our brand.
Right. They should come up with some sort of title for this type of transaction. A deal with a brand. It might just be crazy enough to work.
Well, it works for me. If it works for you, I will gladly part with this for a mere 3 gold pieces.
Well, I mean, now that you've brought up endorsement and brand deals, at this point, money going to you for this type of, let's call it exposure. That seems a little one-sided.
Oh, right. I'm new at this, so exposure probably is good enough.
No, don't.
And he just hands you the bottle of wine. Yeah, it's labeled Wine of Radiance in very nice calligraphy, and just says, yes, that would make me very happy. Just please display the bottle as much as you want and let people know if they wish to desire more that they can find plenty right here.
He's like, we'll see. Have a nice day.
Bye! And as you walk away, you hear the faintest whisper of him going, kiss, sucker.
All right. Well, wine is attained. I just thunk.
All right. You were immediately pleasantly surprised at how good this wine actually is.
Ooh.
Best one you've ever had? Probably not, but far better than you were expecting considering the salesperson himself. And as you continue to go through and enjoy your different wines and the festivities with Simon for just about a few hours, you also realize that the wine you've been drinking is far more potent than you realized.
Hey.
Yeah, so like you're like, hey, all right, like this one bottle could probably do it.
One bottle.
Yeah.
Is it that potent?
Yes. So you're drinking more?
Oh, yes. I'm just like, Simon.
All right.
Simon. Simon, listen.
Yeah?
You're doing a good job.
Thanks.
Okay.
I had a thought.
All right. Yeah. Please carry the plot.
So, I know the whole cult thing didn't work out. So, I was thinking instead of a cult, what if I just joined the circus? Look how cool and neat everything is. Everything seems really fun. They probably go on a lot of adventures. I know how to play the bagpipes. I could probably make a lot of money and see all kinds of things. Dad, I want to join the circus.
Will
Damn it,
you
Chris.
Will you enable your son's dreams?
Please. Oh, well, when you say please, let's go watch some circus action first, and we'll really see how that goes.
Okay. I mean, that way you can see just how cool it would be and how excited it would be for me, right?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. And he grabs you by the hand again and follows you through. He actually brings you aboard one of the ships themselves. We'll say this is on, Hellraiser sounds right. Where the main deck of the ship has actually been converted to like a makeshift circus tent, more or less. So he brings you up there, brings you to the crowds, and they do different shows there. Knife juggling, there's a guy with a fire whip, waving it around and showing like how easily he can control this fire without magic and not affecting himself.
I'm just like, fire whip.
Not like a magical one, but like a whip he lit on fire.
Noted.
So there's a lot of similar acts of that sort. And after each one, Simon is like, see, I could do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I could do all of that. It'd be really cool.
Yeah, man. You just... what's that over there? And I'll turn, I don't know, somewhere else and try and find something less dangerous for him to be entertained by.
You like turn around and you just point at someone giving out flowers.
Yeah, see? See, look at the flower the giver person. That's lovely. Bringing joy and sweet smelling flowers.
I guess.
Yeah.
I could do that too. Maybe that's like a nice way to kind of get started. And then maybe from there I could do even cooler things.
Yeah. Hey, what cool things do you want to do?
He points to the fire whip.
You get it from me. I saw that thing too. This is pretty neat. Maybe we should just try and take that for ourselves.
I think that's a yes.
You mean like steal it?
No, it's borrowing for an extended period of time without explicit permission.
Okay.
Cool. I want to approach the fire whip person.
No, son, don't join the circus. Commit theft with me.
No, it's take the circus with us home. Is Steel Fire Whip on there anywhere?
No.
All right. We did it.
Just technically count as joining the circus.
Did you have a plan of obtaining said fire whip in the middle of a crowd and all these people watching, or?
I'm going to walk through the crowd and just kind of, sorry, Mr. Seppa walking through. Excuse me, sorry that.
Oh, it's Paladin Seppa.
Yeah, even I'm doing that. I'm just like, oh my gosh, every time. I'm sorry. I'm like, hello, fire whip person.
Yes, hello.
I see that you have a whip of fire.
Well, it's several normal whips that I light on fire. It's not a magical whip itself. However, some say to control such a whip is pretty magical.
Can I try?
He hands you like a regular whip. It's like, this is a normal whip.
Yeah.
Certainly, anyone can do one of these. I mean, you shouldn't be around such a large crowd, so
You're doing it.
Well, I am but a master of this whip, and you seem to be but a beginner.
Well, I got a plus 13 in performance, so I think my odds are pretty good.
Roll persuasion?
26. I follow up, I'm like, I also got a plus 13 in persuasion, so.
Oh, you're Paladin Seppa.
Yeah, thank you.
Could you sign it for me when you're done?
Yeah, sure. Can I try my luck?
So the whip has actually already been doused in either some kind of liquid. It might be oil or something of that nature. And he actually just hands you a tinder stick, like a match.
Right.
And just says, yeah, this is all you need to turn it into a fire whip.
Oh my God. Tinder match. I just now got that. I say to him,
He has a very puzzled look on his face.
all right,
So after handing you the supplies, you just see Simon going,
hold on. Wait your turn. Wait your turn. Can I try to like see how I
sure, man.
do my thing?
Yeah, do it.
What am I performing this? I don't.
And this.
So we're gonna do a.
Don't yell disadvantage.
Give him disadvantage.
I want you to do a performance check at disadvantage. Because I believe a whip is an exotic weapon.
It is.
Yeah.
I wasn't explicitly told I could ask people to be escorted out, but I can find out.
You know, if you break the fourth wall, so can they.
That's fair.
It's a two-way break.
That's true. Okay, so it performs at disadvantage, right?
This is
Yeah.
how Paladin Seppa dies.
All right.
And depending on how you roll,
Okay, that
I
one.
might have you do an additional one.
Good.
It depends how you roll. Go ahead.
Okay, so the first one is a 29.
Okay.
The lower one is a 24.
Oh, okay, so still pretty good. So sure enough, you're able to do a lot of flourishes with this whip. In fact, a lot of ones that the crowd hadn't seen before because they aren't actual whip techniques. You're just waving it around. But in such a way that's just like, oh.
Okay.
So yeah, you managed to kind of get the attention of a lot of people, and we're like, oh, look at what Paladin Seppa can do. And again, you just see Simon off the side going,
Just like, Simon, you're very small and it can be very dangerous. So please be careful.
right away, Simon takes that whip and starts whipping it around. And can I borrow a D20, Holly?
Oh no.
So can I get the little white one? I wanted to have it show up. So I'll have Simon perform with the whip. Oh, actually surprisingly good. It's a 16.
Okay.
So he manages to not hit anyone. It's not really a performance or anything impressive, but it's like having a jump rope. Mm-hmm. He like has it on both ends, is just playing with it. So yeah, doesn't manage to injure himself or anyone else, but he certainly has a really, really good time. And as soon as he's done with that, he looks back up at you and says like, yeah, that's it. I want to join the circus. Please, Dad. Can I?
Sure.
I love how that was the deciding factor for the next envelope.
Ah, Chris Perkins.
Okay. All right, we're just gonna. The next morning, Simon prepares a small bundle of rations and personal effects, and then embarks on his quest to join the Seed Maidens Fair, the circus.
I didn't say he could go without me. Is he going without me?
You probably passed out. You were drunk.
Yes, and actually, this is a really important notice here. Like when Paladin is drunk, it actually says that.
Do I have a problem?
First step is recognition.
So yeah, he embarks on his quest to join the Sea Maidens Fair, and he's welcomed into the carnival, no questions asked, and becomes a carny.
What, the end?
He's placed in charge of cleaning the beast pens.
Oh, okay.
Not the fun-filled role he was hoping for, but he's still a part of it.
Right. Be good to teach him how to do some hard labor.
Yeah. A few days after that,
What?
I want to know what he tells Evelyn about where their son went.
what does he tell Evelyn? Go ahead.
Where's our son today?
Oh, now we're fast forwarding.
Did you guys go see the circus yesterday? Was it fun?
Oh, right. See the circus.
Yeah.
Not join the circus.
Well, why would you join the circus? That would be dangerous and silly, and we have so many other things to do. And no, of course we wouldn't join the circus.
Yeah. Now, Now, we have a lot of things to do.
Right. We, all of us, the kids.
Well, I mean,
Waffles.
Simon's schedule seemed pretty open.
Well, Simon could. I mean, yeah, that's why he went to go see the circus, but I mean, no parent would let their child join the circus. That would be just ridiculous and poor parenting.
And that's why I think that it's good to try and become trendsetters and not followers.
As parents?
Our son joined the circus.
Why? Drinking.
He asked, and it was kind of a coin toss. I'm sure he's fine. Do I know he's fine? Yeah, he's fine.
I would contradict you, but I realized that I spent the entirety of that one time we were sitting in front of the fireplace telling you that children should be allowed to do what they think is most right for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I've worked myself into a character quandary.
Yeah, exactly. But because she's acknowledged that, the subreddit can't bring that back on her.
All right.
Yeah. See? It was.
I just hope he's okay.
I'm hungry. Do we have food?
Evelyn spends the next couple days just kind of like, she's going along her normal things, but she's notably like way more preoccupied than usual.
Sure. So when those few days pass, again, probably about surprisingly early in the morning, like right at the start of the day. Evelyn's been up for quite some time, as she usually is, but for Strix Paulton, they're probably just starting to kind of rise out of bed. So really, that early morning, back at the Waffle House Manor, Simon comes home.
Hey.
He's got all this stuff with him. He kind of looks a little downtrodden,
Hey,
a
buddy.
little frustrated. Hey,
How'd it go?
sucked.
Did you learn something?
Yeah, it's hard work, and I don't like it.
See? See, I'm preparing you for the real lesson.
Aw. Thanks for the nice teachings, Dad.
Yeah, no sweat. Now. Wait, I had something.
Is that my son's voice?
There it is. See? He's fine.
Just holds him and pets his. Oh, I said you smell like manure, but I'm so glad you're home.
Yeah, and he just talks about how all he had to do was just take care of the beast and shovel dung left and right, and wasn't nearly as fun and exciting as he was hoping it would be, like all the fantastical acts that he saw back at the actual fair.
Oh, did I get to keep the whip?
The whip?
I was asking the DM, not you.
I mean, it seems like the fourth wall's broken and everything just flies every single direction these days.
That's fair.
I'm gonna say no. He wants his whip back because it's his performing tools.
Oh,
You can't have everything.
I'll be back.
So, the day after Simon's return, there is actually a knock at the manor, and someone asking for Paulton Seppa.
Doors for you.
Can I retroactively ask a question about the whip guy?
Sure.
Could I have tried to steal? When I'm not given the whip, could I have tried to yoink a few matches?
Sure, man.
All right, cool.
So do a sleight of hand
Yeah.
check
All right.
versus his perception to see if he notices
Why
you
is
trying to
this
take
important?
a couple of matches.
That would be a 22.
Yeah, so you manage to just be like, oh yeah, sure, here you go, and you swipe up. We'll say you get 2 tinder sticks.
Okay.
Why? We have enough fire.
I have a plan.
Okay.
So, were you answering the door? Or was Strix? or-
Has this been established?
Who's next?
Do we have a peephole?
We do
I don't think
not.
so.
I don't think we're too stupid for that.
Yeah.
We usually just leave the door open.
Yeah, we don't even lock it. So
Yeah.
is this where we trade?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Not yet.
Lordy.
Okay.
Who's answering the door?
I answered it and said it was for him.
Okay. So, Paulton, when you come down, you actually see a very familiar-looking man there. You believe you've seen him back at the Yawning Portal. He was once playing a lute. It only had a certain amount of strings on it, and you took it.
So, do I like see him as I'm coming down the stairs, or am I full on like in view, or can I like sneak a peek who it is first?
I imagine you probably just casually walked downstairs, and then you saw him and did a little whoop.
It's like, ah, you.
It's like, yes, I, and you.
Yeah, I and you.
If it's not too much trouble, I would like a private conversation with you.
Yes, if I may use the facilities really quick, I will be right down here. Have a seat in the living room, right? Right, living room. Have a seat. I'll be down in a
certainly.
minute. Please make yourselves at home.
He comes in and takes a seat and just goes, is that pie?
Yes, we have the finest pie
It's not a living room. It's a working establishment.
in our living establishment, our
Is
working
Strix-
living room.
Yeah, Strix is running around. She's like, oh, it's a customer. Do you want a pie?
Yes, I would love one.
Oh, and then she just like runs off and starts like, she's like, what kind do you want? We really just have mostly crickets today, but I'm really hoping to make some more later.
So what were you doing?
So just preemptively,
Yeah.
I take the wine bottle I had, and I'm just gonna like take out the cork, and then just like put a little rag in the top of it, and then just kind of tuck that away next to my little Tinder matches.
Chris gave him a Molotov cocktail.
Why?
Why would Chris do this?
And I walk back down.
Fire.
It's like, all right then.
Yeah, so if you recall, you still have this lute. That with 3 strings on it.
I don't think I have that loot.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Yeah,
It's somewhere. You haven't
I
been
think you
actively,
forgot about
You haven't been actively using
Pretty
it.
sure I don't have that loot. Sorry, man.
Is this you saying it to the man?
Yes.
Okay.
Strix just walks by and she's like,
And he just goes, no matter. Allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Matrum. And
Is
he
what?
act- Matrum.
Matron?
It's like, and he actually leans in kind of closer to you and says, are you familiar with the Harpers?
The what? There's not a lot of like the floor sound, so it's kind of hard to hear.
Harpers.
Harpers. The Harpers. I should be. Am I?
You've met the Harpers several times.
Which ones were they? I'm bad with names.
Harpers were sort of like a secret agent kind of force within Waterdeep.
Harpers.
Some time ago, you had met one in a tavern with Handrew, and he was speaking to you. I can't remember his name.
Zandala was connected to them
Zandala
as
was
well.
a Harper.
Okay.
The
yeah.
whole boat and dragon deal.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
you would think they were meddlers.
Yeah.
Yes, I know a thing or two about Harpers.
Excellent. Well, you should know that lute that you stole from me is actually a magical listening device.
Oops.
Hot mic.
Allows me to hear certain things, and if I may, I would like to ask your boy Simon a few questions about his time in the carnival.
Who?
Simon.
Simon.
The one with the sassy mouth.
Sassy mouth.
Can Strix like hear this? Like she's probably bringing a pie at this point.
Yeah, you're probably hearing enough. Yeah.
Yeah, she's hearing enough, and she's just like hearing that. She's just like, Simon, I think someone wants you.
Okay. Oh, Simon. Ah, yes.
You hear a loud ka-thunk downstairs.
Oh, I also yell, and bring that loot that Paulton
Oh,
stole.
let's not bring in that we don't know where that is, or if we.
Okay. Simon comes downstairs and he's holding the loot and walks up and goes, "All right, I did it."
He found the loot. How wonderful! What a good boy.
And you see Matcham just kind of calmly retrieve it and looks over at Simon and just says, "Sweet boy, I know what you had your time within the carnival, and I would like to ask you a few questions. Surely you weren't just cleaning the beast pens. What else did you see there?" And Simon thinks for a moment and says, I didn't see much. For the most part, I was below decks in the Heartbreaker, cleaning up animal poop. Oh, but all the humans who were there spoke in a really weird language. A weird language? You're certain? Oh, yeah, I've never heard that before. And then Simon also says, oh, yeah, and in one of the cages was an owlbear. And that's where that one stops.
Who's next?
I think.
2?
Yeah, that's you.
Oh.
I get to be DM'd by Nate.
Yeah.
So for the record, there was Simon joins the circus,
And
Simon doesn't join the circus.
That's it.
Those were the questions.
Yeah.
How does one?
By the way, everyone has pies now.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Strix is like the most nosy, like, restaurant worker.
Oh, it has our little staff.
I got a little stamp on it. Oh, geez Louise.
Oh, man.
That's so cute.
All right.
A little magic coming off of it.
Little magic coming on. I think you start with A.
Read this one first, Nate.
Just underlines Nate.
Nate.
There's actually a period too. It's
Oh, and it's
read this one first. Period. Nate. Period.
Okay.
mine is green too.
Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. So there's hope.
Cool. He just crumples it up. Strahd.
Okay.
Strahd.
Wait, hold on. All right. Okay.
It's hard.
It's pressure.
Chris clearly thinks we're smarter than we actually are.
And I had that moment when we sat down on stage where he was like, "Oh, Chris asked us all to DM, like in Chris Perkins' place, with no information and no preparation beforehand."
Of course. He knew that we would just go off the rails. I mean, what else are we gonna do? Actually be functional.
Also, now Paulton has a bomb.
No, he just has 2 matches to do whatever with. He can make a bomb whenever he wants.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Strix,
That's my name.
you find yourself in Barov. No.
That's not nice nor funny.
I thought it was funny.
But did you see his face light up?
I did.
You're at the Waffle House,
Okay.
going about your business. You're selling your pies. You're making that good biz. But you see that over the past few days or so, Waffles has become temperamental
Oh no.
and difficult to control.
Oh no.
One day when you're baking your pies, you hear just loud thudding coming from upstairs.
Well, I'm sure there's some customers down there, and I'm like, that's normal, it's fine. And I just like shuffle upstairs.
The thudding
and,
just keeps getting louder as you're just like, oh, it's fine. Just hear.
and I'm like, oh no, oh gosh. It must be evil in doing yoga.
Is that what it sounds when she does yoga?
Yeah. So I'll just run up with my staff and just like, ooh.
So Waffles is just like ramming her head into the wall repeatedly and just like scratching holes in the paint.
All right, I'm like, hold on, girl. It's okay. I'll turn her into mist, which is what I usually do.
Well, before that, as you approach her, she actually takes a bite at you. And she tears a hole in your robe.
I mean, that's okay.
But she did take a swipe, and you managed to just
I'm offended. I'm just like, you know when like your cat does it, and you're just like, I can't believe, I thought we had a truce. I'm like, what's wrong, Waffles? And I just like, what's wrong? What do you want?
doesn't seem to be replying coherently. He's just still like thrashing about, just raging.
You want to go outside? You want to go outside?
I'm just kind of, and just like
you want to go
swiping
outside?
and biting
Okay,
at
all right, you want to
everything.
go outside. So I'll, what I do usually is turn her into mist.
Okay.
Put her in a bottle.
Okay.
So I'll turn her into mist.
Sure.
That's how we take her for walks?
Well, I take her in the bottle and then take her outside. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll turn her into mist, put her in the bottle.
Okay. And you go outside and,
And I go outside, and I think we do have a backyard.
okay.
And I'll just like open the bottle and let her out and be like, here you go. I mean, like, I don't know what you want. There's like probably like a leather ball or something she plays with outside for exercise. I imagine it's really big, like things like that.
You let her out of the bottle, and then she just kind of starts like angrily digging. Just like,
All right.
just like, not in one specific place. She's just like tearing up the yard. All of our very hardworking landscape.
I don't think we have good landscaping.
I would like to think we do.
Well, that wasn't my job. Evelyn clearly hired someone to make good landscaping.
Waffles, not the rhododendron!
Yeah, it's just like right on it. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch her. Like, I mean, you can do whatever you want, Waffles. I mean, I don't know where you're going. Do you want to go someplace underground? Do you want to go to the Underdark? Ooh, spooky!
As you're trying to talk Waffles down, you hear by your feet, Squidly says,
Lord.
"Mom, what's going on?"
I'm not your mom. And Waffles is clearly upset. I don't know why. She's digging in the dirt, and I'm pretty sure that all of the customers think that we have a prisoner tied up upstairs who's trying to escape.
It's like, "Aw, well, Jenks likes owlbears. Maybe Jenks can help."
That's true.
Cool. Jenks, come here. Come on. You need to save this
And
owlbear.
Jenks immediately, like it's almost like he just appears. Like he's just so quickly, like he might have just been in the bushes outside, like, like he's right there. And he's just like, what's wrong with Waffles?
Before anyone can answer, Waffles just snatches Ferdinand, little doll, and then just like when a dog just aggressively gets a new toy, just flinging it back and forth. It seems just ripping at the arms, at the legs, at the waist, and just stuffing is flying everywhere.
Jenks is just like tears. He's like, oh, Ferdinand. Strix is like, it's fine, I'll fix it again, it's fine. I fixed it like 5 times already, it's okay.
Waffles starts eating it.
I'll fix it, it's fine, it'll be fine, okay. I'll make you a new one, it's fine.
It'll pass, it's fine.
I can make you a new one, it will probably be really creepy, I'm sorry, but that's all I know how to do. I'll make you a new one. And Jenks is like, sorry, Ferdinand, why would you do that, Waffles? And I'm like, why would you do that, Waffles? We had a truce, no eating the children or their things.
Well, this kind of attitude and behavior continues for another couple of days.
Can I insight check Waffles? Like, why is she doing this? Or like, can I research this? Like,
Sure.
okay.
Insight or animal
The
handling?
It'd probably be animal handling, which I
Yeah.
have nothing in, so it's just
Animal
a straight.
Well, technically, she's not an animal because I can't talk to her or speak with
Oh,
animals.
that's right.
Well, I don't have any monster handling.
you can
Plus, she's more sentient.
you
than
can you can insight.
Don't glare at me.
I don't know anything.
Okay, great.
It's a 3.
Okay, good. You don't know anything.
I don't know anything, and I'm just like, stop it. I just keep giving her cheese or something. Like, you want some cheese?
Now she's angry and farting.
I'm like, It's like,
Ew,
the
Owlbear
house
farts.
smells like farts. The customers are leaving. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't understand why she's mad. And now Jenks is probably still crying. So Strix will make Jenks a new Owlbear stuffed animal, and it's just horrific.
Good. Squidly loves it.
I'm sure he does.
He tries to take it for himself. And he's just like, is this mine?
Jenks is like, no! And Strix is like, I'll make you, what do you want? What do you want, Squidly? What stuffed animal do you want?
I want a stuffed tarantula.
You already have a monkey. It's a real monkey. It's right
That's
there.
right. He is a monkey.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Have you been feeding the monkey?
Feeding?
Oh my God.
So, so a few days go by, and it's brought to your attention that a seafaring carnival called the Sea Maiden's Fair has arrived in Waterdeep.
I hate where this is going. I know where this, I'm upset.
And you think, maybe it'd be nice to take a walk and bring Waffles to get some fresh air, go down to the dock ward, and see the carnival.
Ooh, yeah. I hear there's a guy there with a fire whip.
Yeah. Do I get to take everyone with me, or is it by myself?
I'm gonna say by yourself,
Okay.
'cause I was
right.
by myself.
Okay. All right. So you hear me like go out, leave out the house, and you just hear Strix yell, "I'm gonna take Waffles for a walk by myself. It's probably dangerous, but you know what? Bye!" And then you hear the door slam.
Evelyn's busy doing thunder yoga upstairs.
Thunder yoga. It's her like Thunder Lathander yoga. Yeah. So I will put Waffles' harness on because I like to imagine that Waffles has a little harness that's actually like really frilly and cute.
Aw.
She's got like a little like pink frill collar.
Aw.
And
Does it have a little
Evelyn
bell?
made- Yeah, I'm guessing Evelyn made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a little bell on it.
Strix will just walk her down the street and be like, "Come on, Waffles, we're gonna go to the circus or something. I don't know." Like, don't eat anyone there. So I'm walking
All right.
Waffles.
You travel to the dock ward, where you see 2 galleons tied off, and the third is anchored in the middle of the harbor. And you see a bunch of carnival folks, busy assembling all their floats, getting the docks ready, getting the show ready to start, to bring in all the happy families and the people to have a good time.
I hate it.
Yeah, you would hate it. While you're walking around, you see a few of them are bringing very large cages with various beasts in them, loading them onto these ships. And that is what you see.
Okay.
Would you like to do anything there?
I mean, yeah, if there's like animals, it's like you're at the dog park. I'm gonna go let Waffles meet all the other animals. Be like, look at this one. There's like a displacer beast and like a
God.
I don't know what's there. Please don't let it be a displacer beast. But I'm gonna like let her sniff everything. They're like, what? You got out of the house? We're at the carnival. Like, I don't know. This is a little scary. But I'm by myself. I went out here. I was told to get out of the house more, just be more independent.
Nice. So, as you're doing that, one of the carnival folk, a beast handler, approaches you with Waffles. Says, "So, fine looking owlbear you got there."
Yes, she is. She is a fine-looking owlbear I've got here.
Takes another like bite out of your robe, just like tears another thing and just starts waving it around.
Yes.
That happen a lot?
As of right now, it is. I'm just trying to get her to meet new people. I'm thinking maybe she just needs friends, or maybe she needs more pastry. She pretty much only eats pies, which I think is a really bad idea. So maybe she just needs to like eat one of the people that works here.
Looks over Waffles, just kind of like watching the mood and watching the aggression and like the frustration, like taking like swipes and bites at people and just
Good girl.
Beast handler says like, nah, that ain't diet. I don't know what that is.
What is it? That's a strange beast handler.
I think your owlbear's trying to have herself a little baby.
Strix just like is like, oh, I hope that doesn't mean we have to eat her too.
Does not hear that.
Okay. She's just like, well, there's no other owlbears around Waterdeep, so I don't know what to do for her. Because if she would like to do that, it is her choice. But I try not to pressure others into that sort of thing.
At the exact time you mention at the lack of owlbears in Waterdeep, one of the cages being dragged by has within it an owlbear.
Look, there's one right there!
Oh yeah, that's he goes, oh yeah, that's a male owlbear.
Oh, it's a boy?
Yeah, it's a
Does she like
boy.
boys? I mean, she doesn't have to.
I'm assuming she might.
I'm not going to assume who
Don't
she
assume.
likes.
Oh, maybe don't
Waffles?
assume. That's right. Well, maybe. I
How
don't
do you
know.
feel about this situation? I don't want to force you into anything, and I'm like watching her to see how she reacts to the male owlbear.
She's just like, as you decide, oh, I'm gonna keep an eye and see how she reacts. You can see Waffles is in front of the cage, trying to back into it.
Oh no. Oh no. I avert my eyes. I avert my eyes and I'm like, oh dear.
The great mating ritual of the owlbears. Twerking.
It looks like
You see the Beastmaster, he says, oh, looks like your little owlbear took a liking to good old throat ripper in there.
that's his name?
Yeah, that's
Throat ripper?
He's the one.
I should have marked this panel mature.
All right. Well, I mean, if Waffles needs a friend, but she needs to come home, I mean, she can hang out with Throat Ripper for a while and do whatever she wants to do. And she like thinks for a second. She's like, what's she gonna do? But we need her back, is what I'm saying.
Oh, so you want them to have a little play date there?
Yeah, let her go play. Maybe they'll play with the ball and like, you know, like cuddle and do things.
All right.
God.
How much role playing is going to be involved?
Chris Perkins.
Yeah,
I hope he's watching.
he puts Strix in this scenario that involves like the birds and the bees, which is
All
great.
right. The beast handlers of the Seed Maidens Fair arrange for Waffles and Throat Ripper to meet in the hold of the Heartbreaker, one of the docked Carnival ships. Strix ushers Waffles onto the ship, and almost immediately Waffles catches a whiff of something that piques her interest.
Oh, Waffles, are there pies in here? You love pies.
I mean, yeah, to an extent. When the two owlbears finally meet,
Everything goes into soft focus.
heart filter just right over. No, when they finally meet, they start fighting, and no amount of effort can separate them. After tiring each other out, they become a couple and begin to adjust to each other's presence.
Is that supposed to happen? Is that how that happens?
It's like, I don't know. I've never actually gotten this far watching this happen, so it's all new to me too. Strix and the Beast Handlers watch with anticipation as the two owlbears become more familiar with one another. It's a long, boring wait that stretches through the night and well into the next day.
Is this them not talking about their feelings?
It looks like it.
Am I just sitting? I don't come home. I'm just sitting watching this whole thing. Like just there's like gears going. Like, is this how this happens?
Waffles bats Throat Ripper away every time he tries to mount her.
I'm like,
That a girl.
If,
I'm just like, Waffles doesn't need someone to ride. I mean, she just walks on her own. She's saying this out loud
To no one.
to no one.
I love how Chris is like, I'm not going to go, but watch what I'll make him say.
Speaking of, would you mind reading this line and this line? for me?
Yours. Oh no, do it,
Please
do it.
do. From Eventually.
Eventually, she acquiesces, and the owlbears, in all caps, get it on.
Strix is watching.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Wait, what does that mean?
We'll tell you when you're older.
Strix has never heard anything so loud and terrible in her life. And she must avert her eyes and cover her ears.
I'm doing that already. How did he know?
When all is said and done, Throat Ripper calmly allows himself to be taken back to his pen. Waffles is hoisted up out of the hold, follows Strix home, and sleeps soundly in her room.
Strix comes back with like she's just seen the dead.
Like, Strix is like double Strix.
Like, yeah, she's like double straight. She's like, kind of like itching herself. Like, I don't know what happened. There was something, and she like tries to explain it to everyone in the house. Like, I don't know what to say, and like no one can even answer it because it's so awkward that she's just talking about it.
Sounds like you had fun at the circus.
Someone did. And when you wake up the next day, Waffles seems to be back to her normal self. Is she pregnant? Only time will tell.
Oh no.
But Strix also doesn't tell anyone what happened. She just said that she had a nice fight and she feels better.
All right.
Like a really close fight. like they rubbed their bits together. That's how she does bits. Do they have cloacas? Just a
What?
nothing. I'm just thinking too much about this.
All right.
Oh, there's a
Keep
little
talking.
key on the back.
Oh yeah, this is, I'm DMing Jared for D.
That's what Chris thinks the keys look like. Now you know.
Oh, this is the official canonical key. Ooh. Talk amongst yourselves about owlbear mating.
Sure. Before whatever it is that this is happening, I'm sure Diaz is in his room writing all kinds of different plans down on how exactly he's going to manage, what is it, like 10 different factions now who are all trying to vie for his assistance in getting the Dragon Horde. Jarlaxel, Castle Lanters, himself. At minimum. I'm pretty sure there's more than that.
Manshoon.
Manshoon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He's a chicken for a while.
Nice.
45 minutes.
Laryl. So
Oh, yeah.
Diaz is just like, how am I gonna do this? How can I pit them all against each other?
In between, Strix is like, I don't know what this is. What's the owlbears were just, they're rubbing their bits. Were they fighting?
Oh, thanks for the bits.
Yeah, so Diaz has been especially stressed especially after Jarlaxel's recent murder.
Yeah. Which he just cleaned up and left, I
Yeah.
guess. Cool. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Well, as DF is perusing the evidence, and trying to figure out this, it's been like a couple days, he's been kind of obsessing about this. He's really been kind of a recluse, feeling guilty about the murder even though he had nothing to do with it. You know, he's been moping about the house and murmuring things about being a captain and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And there's a knock at the door. Evelyn answers it as usual. DF, it's for you!
Damn it. He puts down his quill and sits up, scoots his chair in, and comes down out of his room/office and goes to the front door.
You see a human, smartly dressed, stands at attention. Captain, I am Sergeant Alice Caledonna of the City Watch. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, yes. Hello. Should you step in?
I would be most obliged, thank you. She steps in, very rigid, kind of marches, stands in the middle of the room, doesn't turn around or anything, just stands there at attention as if she's waiting for you to say something.
Do they want a pie?
Oh, did you want a pie?
I would love a pie, thank you, sir.
At ease? This is all very foreign to Diaz. It's like, what is happening here?
Captain, I have come with a very special request from the City Watch. I've been asked to help, ask you to help solve a murder.
A murder?
Here's your pie. Definitely wasn't us. Walks away.
She takes it. What kind of pie is it?
We'll just say it's
A fruit.
Yeah, it's some kind of fruit. It's like boysenberry. Hand
With
pie.
your permission, sir.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
It's a hand pie, so you can just eat it and
She just forgets.
It's like, oh, yeah, this is a delicious pie. Tell me more about this murder.
Oh, yes. She tucks the rest away. Yes, it was Erolin Zevar. I don't know if you're familiar, an elf who served as a courier for the ambassador of Silvery Moon. We're facing some diplomatic pressure to solve the murder very quickly, and we know that you're good at such mysteries.
Diaz thinks to himself for a moment, am I? But on his face, he's just like,
Yes.
Right.
She, again, doesn't offer any, she just says these things and then looks at you expectantly.
Like, okay. Tell me everything you know.
Let's see. Well, this is the second murdered elf in as many weeks. And let's see. The first victim was a female moon elf named Thala Eldemir, who sold wine in the market. I think it was Elvenquist wine. Are you much of a connoisseur?
I'm not, but I have good contacts who are.
It's very nice. Good mouthfeel and very, yeah. Well, the thing was that they were both killed in a similar fashion, and Roland was cut to pieces by slashing weapons, one or more, not even the same. It seemed to be multiple slashing weapons. And I, as the one who suggested that you might be the man for the job, I certainly hope that, that you might strike up some teamwork here as we try to figure it out.
I might be able to. Where were the murders taking place?
It's kind of above my my pay grade to know. But if you and I were to team up, I'm sure we could find out. I'm sure that they would give you that kind of information. I mean, if I were to work with someone like you, not like I'm looking for like a promotion or like anything like that.
I would like to give a quick scan over this woman and her uniform to make sure that it's real.
Give a perception check.
Okay. Perception? Because my perception's pretty good. That's a 27.
You take in every detail of her uniform, and as far as you can tell, it looks 100% legit, very well kept. You get the sense that this is someone who cares, like, they're like try hard. Like, you've seen Todd's uniform, and Todd's uniform looks fine. It's all regulation, but sometimes there's a fray here or a smudge there. Hers is meticulous. She's like try hard City Watch.
Okay. And an assistance in this investigation, would it be with you or on my own, or?
Oh, I wouldn't come ask for your help if I wasn't willing to stand by your side, thick and thin, whatever you need, anything at all.
All right.
At all.
Well, I can do my best to provide whatever insight I can and whatever information I can glean from the situations. Solving the murder itself, who knows, but I can at least provide as much assistance as I can. Can you take me to the crime scenes or the bodies?
So you're willing to help?
Yes.
Well, look at that.
As long as this,
You have a bunch of them.
as long as this takes
no,
like.
that one has a skull.
Oh, good.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what do the other ones have? What's the other one have?
Nope.
Oh, the other one was the first one.
This one was just a normal key.
Okay, you
Cool.
picked the one with the...
I picked the skull key. Mm-hmm. As long as this doesn't take like more than a day.
Deeth and Alice forge a close friendship during the investigation. When not chasing down leads and questioning suspects, they spend long nights exchanging theories over non-alcoholic drinks.
Yes.
One of these, let's see. One of these nights they're out having drinks, and Deeth finds himself drawn to Alice, not for any reason other than that she seems steadfast in her dedication to duty and desire for justice. It's like very easy to figure out what she wants. It's, you know, duty to the city watch, justice for wrongdoers. And, you know, they're sitting there talking over this and having drinks, and Alice says, you know, the people of Waterdeep should be able to sleep soundly, knowing that the city watch is watching out for them. Cheers with you.
I agree.
I'm glad that we're working on this together. Let's collect what we know. So, beyond their elven heritage, the victims have two things in common, right?
Yes.
We found that they were both killed on overcast nights, and their purse strings were cut. Let's see. I mean, there's no way to know who robbed them, whether it was the killer or someone else, but I mean,
Or even if the purses themselves being cut is even related to the crime. Why
Right.
do both?
and I mean, cutting a victim's coin purse strings pales in comparison to the violence of the attacks. I mean, those were up close and personal attacks, the
Right.
slashing and, yeah, I mean, like you said, I think that we have to conclude that the killer is probably a drow who is murdering the elves out of pure malice.
Whoa. I mean, I don't see why we need to immediately peg a drow.
Well, I don't know why you said that either, but it's on the paper. And based on the conclusion, elves, you know, I passed on that information to the City Watch, and they've put a bulletin out to warn elves to travel in groups at night. And all nighttime watch patrols have been assigned a constable with dark vision, as well as a wizard of watchful order who can dispel magic. It's dark out there, man. Yeah, and
It
that's,
is.
You know, that's why we got to have the night vision, and I mean
Yeah.
dark metaphorically and also literally. It's
Yeah,
nighttime.
I
so
follow. I follow.
it's, you know,
Yeah, and as long as the City Watch can provide at least better suited protection at night. I wish I had a better way of connecting the two murders, so if we can predict a potential third victim, we can set up like a sting or something.
a sting. A sting.
Yeah, like an ambush of sorts. Like if we know there's a third target, and if they're coming for them, we can have additional City Watch on hand or hidden and be able to prevent the murder and find whoever's doing this at the time.
That's a good idea. Where would we start? Have you ever done a sting before?
Have I? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have underestimated you.
Yeah, of course.
Of course you would have done. I mean, so have I. I would want to know how you do it. So.
Well, after identifying or who a potential third target could be, or even possibly setting up someone to potentially be the third target, it would have to be somewhere near the previous murders, since we know their operating area, and then leading down to somewhere where they only have a singular means of escape, perhaps the dead end of an alleyway. Open streets, too many locations for them to run off to. So once they get to the end of that alleyway, and should they attempt to murder or burgle, that's when the Hidden City Watch, already placed there or following behind, can jump them, prevent the escape, and apprehend them.
All right. So we're probably going to need a few extra hands, right? We can't do it all on our own.
It would be less suspicious if it was non-City Watch garbed people.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all the city guard that anyone could need together, you and I, as a team.
Is her name Todd?
Sure, man. I mean, sure. I mean, I have my own duties, so I don't know how much I'll be able to directly assist in a sting.
Well, I can't do it on my own. I mean, you're going to abandon me now after all this?
Well, no, I'm not abandoning you. I told you I'd give you information and assistance. I'm not going to do everything for you.
I thought that we were a team. I don't know. I mean, I had an idea of where we could set things up. There's this place in the dock ward where we could set up the sting, and you have friends that don't wear City Watch clothes if you wanted to bring them along. I can find, I can find some elves who are willing to be bait, maybe some actors with good, like, oh, I'm a helpless elf, I'm in this alley, like Dia said.
All right, we're in the dock ward.
All right, I'll meet you at Skull Street.
Yeah, Skull Street.
Yeah,
I know that place.
You know the alley on Skull Street, right
Yep.
off the water?
Yes.
Right. I'll go grab some elves, you bring your friends, and we'll get set up, right as the sun goes down, stake things out. Do any of your friends have dark vision or?
Lots.
Okay, great. Yeah. Well,
It's just me.
I'll
talking.
I'll see you there. She offers you the secret handshake that she showed you that you guys have, but roll me a performance check to see if you remember it.
I was going to say, how well am I going to do this handshake? 10?
You kind of like do that thing where someone's like, and you offer the same hand, so it's kind of like,
Like, I do it, but like,
Yes.
just like a half-second delay from her doing it as I watch her to kind of copy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She seems satisfied enough. She goes on her way to get the elf. She's going to meet you at Skull Street Alley.
Great. I would like to go find Evelyn, Paladin, and Strix.
All right. You go to the
be
Waffle
like,
House.
Hey guys, want to help me stop a murder?
Don't we cause those?
No.
Sorry.
Whose?
I don't know. There's like a serial killer of sorts going around killing moon elves and stealing their money, and I was asked by the City Watch to assist in this, and I can't do it on my own. It should be really, really simple. We're setting up a very easy ambush point. All of you guys are more than capable of taking down a singular person, and a lot of you will probably be more capable at this than I am.
So, what's the day rate for this?
What's your normal rate? How much do I normally pay you?
I don't know. How much are you willing to pay me?
I got a bag of gems. I'll give you a couple.
Sure.
All right.
Works for me.
I think we should all go. This sounds like fun. Let's go right now. Because I just realized there's only a few minutes left in this.
We got like 45 minutes.
Oh, that's right. We have plenty of time.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Let's go later.
Yeah.
Strix is already there, just like holding her staff, like, I'm ready.
Yeah. I mean, we can use Paladin's invisibility. Strix, you have dark vision. You'll be able to see better than any of us. Plenty of fire. And Evelyn, you're the strongest person I know. So between all of that, and if they get too far away, I'll be able to outpace them.
So who are we looking for?
We don't know exactly, but it's more or less protecting someone who is more or less going to be a trap for them. So when they show up and try to steal or murder from this person, we can stop them. So we're going to keep an eye out.
A trap.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. It'll be easy.
Cool.
Well, I mean, I can just see if they're evil, and if they're evil, then great.
Right.
How am I supposed to help with this?
If they're bad, you start them on fire.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Fire.
Yeah.
The thing you do.
But this is, are we being made honorary City Watch members?
Yes. This is official City Watch business, and I'm bringing you all on as deputies to help me out.
Deputy Marthane, that's me.
So then,
I
are
don't want to be
we
part of the City Watch.
are we like that from then on permanent deputies, or does this one job just qualify us to like register as deputies?
I'll have to ask my manager.
Okay, cool.
How
I
do
just
I
want
know-
to make sure like the whole like union situation sorted out with like the Waterdeep law enforcement.
Yeah.
I don't want to be part of the City Watch. Can I just help?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if she helps but declines the deputy position,
Paladin.
I just want to know.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on the way.
All right, we'll talk about it on the way. That sounds good.
All right. The crew sets out to Skull Street Alley. You find Alice there, and
Wait,
2
we're already
elves.
going?
Well, are you
Huh?
not?
Are we already going?
He said we'll talk on the way. You
Yeah.
said okay.
So we're on the way.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, so with the deputization situation, do we get dental?
And that's what the montage scene is like.
A montage of discussion about
As we
benefits,
crossfade.
401k, those kinds of things. You find Alice and 2 elf actors. They seem really excited for the part. They're
Great.
kind of, they're running lines with each other. They're practicing scared looks and like a few stunts, like falling to the ground and things like that. They seem
Cool.
really into
Great.
it. She's coaching them. It seems like they might be friends, but as soon as she sees you, she immediately like slow-mo turns, face lights up. It's a warm moonlit night, and everyone can see how pleased she is to see Dieth.
And Strix is like,
I'm also like,
She walks up to him, rigid as usual, and Captain Woodrow,
Alice,
Paladin, does he have other?
good to see you, sir.
I've brought the assistants and we're ready
Yes.
to set this up.
The contractors,
Yeah, there should be no problem.
here to
I don't have any.
assist us. Captain, where would you like to lay in wait?
Evelyn, up on the rooftops, using her flying boots, able to immediately get down. For some reason, they're able to fly. You'll be able to pursuit.
Shiny girl up, got it.
Yep. Strix, you're going to be out closest to the alley with your dark vision. You're going to be able to see more than any of us. And if-
I blend in with alleys real well.
yeah, and if you
Yes.
and once you see something using your dark vision, you'll be able to signal the rest of us to get ready.
What's the signal?
Do 3 sparks off your thumb.
I can't do that signal.
I'm not really good at precision.
3 sparks somewhere,
Okay,
as long as it doesn't light anything.
all right.
Paladin,
yo,
you'll be close in the middle of the alley. If you could, make yourself invisible.
say when.
Well, soon.
Okay.
Once it's dark enough.
I'll be ready.
Right. So when they show up, they won't even see you coming, and you'll easily be able to jump on them.
Right.
I
So
will duck behind that garbage can.
Oh no, that's just me. Sorry.
Well, it makes sense that I would hide with you as we're a team and we need to be able to
Wait.
communicate.
Yeah.
so hiding,
Yes.
rooftop,
Yep. Also hiding.
hiding.
I mean, I'm just standing here, but I blend in.
Go for it.
You're invisible.
Things still hurt.
The moment things go down, the first thing you can do is get the attackers off of these 2 using your thunder wave or perhaps your charms, anything. Like, you're going to be the first person who will be able to separate them and get this danger out of the way. I'm counting on you for that.
Got it. I think.
Strix is gonna hide by Dieth too.
Well, I asked my friend who's a wizard to come because we wanted to make sure we had some magical support, especially to spell magic.
We got magical support.
Yeah, we have a ton of magical support.
Yeah, hi, I'm Magic. I'm right here too.
Yeah, if anything, like tell them to go because they probably have like a 2-hour minimum, and you can just like write that off the budget if you don't have.
I mean, can you dispel magic?
Yeah.
He can.
Wait, can I?
Yes.
It's very important that we have that, because if someone comes with some sort of magical protection,
I mean, I can unmagic their magic.
Can I insight check her?
sure.
Like, what is going on here? This is weird. No, I don't know.
This person is incomprehensible to you.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing, and she's weird.
I'm just gonna be like, look, magic's pretty much the only thing we got. So if you want to bring more like, like aside from Evelyn, if you want to bring more like hitting power, that could work. But magic, like, we're good.
This is a precision job. City Watch doesn't just blunt force punch things.
I cast suggestion. I'm gonna be like, you're gonna let us use our magic and not bring extra.
I'm going to let you use your magic. No.
Not even a saving throw.
No, I'm gonna let you.
We got it.
Everyone
But she's
gets
right, Paladin. And if we need to, dispelling any magical disguises or protection they have will be very important.
You got it.
Everyone's lying in wait.
Yeah.
The elves are standing in the alley. They've worked out some weird like romance drama that they will play through. It takes about 15 minutes, and then they kind of look around. They don't see anyone, so they start it over. And they're playing kind of this same like lovers quarrel that ends in a makeout scene like every 15 minutes. This goes on for quite some time.
Strix is awkwardly like sitting next to these two, just like eating a pie, like loudly.
Yeah. Alice keeps trying to kind of like nudge her way in between Strix and Dieth and like talk about City Watch things, and you know it's very awkward because you're all trying to hide behind this trash can apparently. No one's really hiding, but you do your best.
Strix is like, stop. Stop it.
It's a couple hours of this same love scene over and over again, and just when you feel yourself starting to be like, I cannot watch this horrible.
I've seen this one.
Yeah, one more time. You see a flicker in the darkness, almost like a flash of a cloak coming around the corner of the alley.
Strix is like, wee, 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 woo.
That's not the signal.
Does she actually say that out loud?
Uh-huh.
Does she actually say that out loud?
Yeah, she's already forgotten what the signal was. I'm sorry. She forgot already.
I'm like with.
You brought her on a supposed to be quiet mission. What did you expect?
I want a stealth mission to go well once.
It's not.
Just once.
So like before me jumping in, I'm just kind of with everybody else until I'm gonna like get in there, right?
Yeah, you're nearby us.
Okay.
So like if we're here hiding behind a trash can, you're like in the alleyway nearby.
So I'm gonna hold on.
She also throws off some sparks while yelling wee woo.
It's,
Wee woo woo.
You can.
God, as soon as a wee woo goes off, I'm gonna cast. Once I pull it up here, this actually would happen like reactionary. I just need to make sure that where is it?
Well, as soon as wee woo happens and the sparks go off, you see kind of almost like a strobe effect. You see this drow who had just come into the alleyway. So there are a few steps into the alley, and they're kind of frozen, and you see them flicker in the light, and then you see them boom, cast magical darkness, and everything just goes dark around.
Counterspell.
Yeah, you can do that.
Paladin cast counterspell?
Yep.
What does
Yeah.
it look like and sound like?
So it's really exciting. They go to and nothing happens. That's about it.
The drow.
Oops.
They then
How do I?
they pull out this horn from their cloak, and they're just panicking, and you see them just kind of like strike a tinder match and light it, and from what you can tell.
No. No.
I see the match and I reach. I'm just like, Molotov.
They seem to look right at you as they strike this match.
I strike mine.
Diaz, from your careful,
Yeah.
you like to keep very careful tabs on
Yes.
what's in the house. You've looked at a lot of Warrington's stuff, his guns and everything. You see this horn and you recognize that this is probably smoke powder. And they're about to light it.
Would I recognize that's a gun?
It's not a gun.
Or
It's
a can?
a horn of smoke powder.
Can I do an action before he is able to light that?
This thing's already lit. Just saying.
You lit the Molotov cocktail?
Well, I mean, the rag is now on fire.
All right, sure.
So he's.
Let's actually roll initiative.
Oh,
my God.
You won't need dice.
I'm going to write this down because I'll forget.
Oh, sign this.
All right, what's yours?
21.
Okay.
Mine's a 6.
19.
For the record, I asked Chris before the show if we'll need like a monster manual or DM guide or anything like that, just to have it on hand. He goes, "Oh no, you really shouldn't need any dice rolling."
Strix,
As
what was
we
yours?
go
6.
initiative.
Molotov.
Okay.
I don't even have stats for that.
All right, you go first, Dieth.
All right, so the first thing I want to do is actually throw a dagger to knock that horn out of his hand.
Okay, roll.
And I'll do it with Moonsplinter.
All right, roll for that.
Can I borrow your white d20 again? Yes, I'll do just a range attack
'Kay.
against that to try to knock it out of his hand. Thank you. Looking back at my character sheet, that is a 22.
You knock the smoke powder or the horn of smoke right out of his hand. No, and he's got the lit match.
Yeah.
All right, Paulton.
Yeet.
All right. Look, I mean, I would have you roll, but like, here's the alley, here's the drow, here's you. You have a lit Molotov cocktail. Roll with an improvised weapon, I guess, but it's not going to be hard.
Okay. So
Yeah, just roll a d20.
do you want me to add anything?
Dexterity or strength.
Oh yeah, we'll go Dex then. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
No, hold on.
Okay.
23.
Okay. You yeet the Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, I did.
It lands between the feet of the drow who has just dropped this smoke powder.
I'm not.
And you see for just a moment the match held in front of their face, and they look up and go, why? And the Molotov ignites the smoke powder.
Okay.
There's a giant explosion. It's more like spontaneous human combustion or spontaneous drow combustion. Just like there was fire where this person was, and then dust. They're just all.
It wasn't me this time.
It's ash. It's a pile of ash, and Strix didn't even get to do any fire.
Falls to ash and just like, did you see that?
I just slowly turn back to Alice. We got him.
You have,
This is so hard. I have to pee so bad.
she says, you have interesting friends.
I sure do.
You guys search the remains of these ashes. You find something, again, you've really watched what these guns look like that Warrington has. You find what you identify as a flintlock pistol, as well as some bullets, which seem to kind of be damaged by the explosion, but you know that they are.
Can I
And-
yoink the pistol?
What?
I want to yoink.
Oh, no. Dieth is looting all of this.
Yeah, Diaz got all the, but
Dieth will decide where this
Flintlock
goes.
Pistol.
you also find, there's not much time, you find a scimitar that is drow made with several notches cut into the blade. And Alice looks this over very carefully, and she can identify positively that this is the murder weapon.
Oh.
So this drow was holding the murder weapon, and she
God.
seems really excited about that. And she's like, with your permission, sir, I'll take this back to the City Watch right away and let them know that we found the murder.
Absolutely, that is evidence. You should take it.
She does. She takes it back. A few days later, you see in the papers, in the broadsheets, they are sensationalizing the demise of this assassin, Captain Diaz Woodrow.
Oh, I don't want my name in the paper.
Well, then, if Diaz says that every time a reporter comes, then it's Sergeant Alice.
Yes. Give the credit
Sergeant
to her.
Alice Celadona.
Yeah, give the credit to her.
Sergeant Alice Celadona organized this sting that took down this amazing, this horrible assassin that was murdering people in Waterdeep. And a few days later, Alice asked Dieth out for another drink just to kind of celebrate their win, and they're having drinks. They're sitting there, and
It's probably business stuff.
she picks up the check, and as she's
thank
turning
you.
to leave, she's explained to Dieth that actually because of all of this, she got promoted to captain. And they cheers over that. And
Well
she's
deserved.
very proud.
Congratulations.
And she, when you say congratulations, she looks at you meaningfully and puts her hand on yours. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. And she gives Dieth a kiss. Though her eyes betray the hope for more. I didn't make that part up. That was in the paper.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris Perkins. Your turn, Holly.
I hate this. All right.
We gotta see what fun drawing is on the back of all of these.
Dieth is just going to ignore Strix forever.
Yeah, you know, this is called 3 ships. I count 2 ships so far.
There's only sons with hearts.
Oh, this is Evelyn time. I
Yeah.
forgot I still have to, I'm not done.
All right. Read this one first, Holly. It's my turn. Okay. Evelyn spends a warm summer evening buying small gifts for her friends.
Aw.
The red sky makes her happy, as it means she can look forward to a beautiful sunrise. She returns home before nightfall, only to find a stranger in her bedroom. Standing in front of a mirror, admiring his figure, is the dark elf Lothario Jarlaxel Bainray. He tells Evelyn how radiant she looks and then recites the following poem to her. I am not going to do a French accent. I'm sorry.
Can I try?
Yes. Here.
And if I languish into dreams, again I meet the ardent beams. Queen of things, I dare not die in being's deeps past ear and eye, lest that I find the same deceiver, and be the sport of fate forever. Dread power, but dear, the son thou be, and make me white, and give thyself to me.
Putting his centuries of experience to the ultimate test, Jarlaxel tries to sweep the fair Evelyn off her feet. After saying all the right things, he invites her to a private dinner and dance aboard his ship. So you have a nice night talking to him, and he invites you to his ship. Do you decide to go or not?
Well, a girl's got to have a conversation first. I mean, although I did just kind of have an episode listening to that poetry. I didn't really understand all the words, but it sounded real nice.
Jared, you're Jarlaxel. Try and woo Evelyn.
Of course, dancing will be but a small part of the evening. There's many things I could show you.
Like what?
Like the appreciation that you've never had before.
Oh. You just want to appreciate me?
I sure do.
Well, that sounds. Why me? Why are you showing me all this special attention? There's all these, people that live here that helped you with the pie that you made and everything like that.
Because, my fair lady, I am a drow, and someone such as myself does not get under the sunlight very often. And yet, I find myself wanting more and more of your radiant beauty.
Showing someone the sun is my favorite thing.
Of course, there's no pressure. I don't wish to force you to do anything. You can always say no, and that I will respect.
Well, I do love dancing.
Paulton pokes his head in. Goes,
Look who just appeared in my room.
oh,
He wrote me a poem.
forgot your name.
I forget how it goes, but it was real nice. His name's Jarlaxel.
He's like, hey, Evelyn, can I talk to you really quick?
I'm busy talking to Jarlaxel.
No, this will only take
Yeah,
a
she's
second,
quite
so-
busy.
Look, it's like there's still a half hour left in this session, and my player really has to go to the bathroom. Is there any way he can dip out for a quick second?
What?
Okay, great. You guys carry on. If no one gets mad at me, I'll be right back. Don't worry. You guys have fun now. Don't worry. He really appreciates this. He's literally in so much pain.
Nathan Sharp, everybody.
I'm going to be honest with you. There was a time where, I don't know, there was something there. And, oof. So, I don't know but he just was really not interested. So I'm afraid now that it's weird, because I kind of put myself out there, and he just sort of said no.
Oh, and I'm sure a grave mistake on his part.
Oh, really? You think so?
Certainly. Someone such as himself would never deserve a fine manifestation of perfection such as yourself.
Well, if you keep talking like that, we better get going dancing right now.
No. All right.
She goes with
Yes.
us. Yeah.
Okay. Jarlaxel gently takes Evelyn by the hand and pulls her into a shadowy corner of her room. Whereupon the room disappears and Evelyn finds herself standing in a splendid cabin aboard a vessel anchored in Waterdeep's harbor. She can see the lights of the dock ward through the large windows of the aft castle. The cabin is bedecked with golden filigree, the purple curtains festooned with golden tassels, the wood paneling scented with perfume. A magnificent feast sprawls atop a mahogany table of exquisite craftsmanship. The doilies are patterned to look like little suns. As soft, pleasing music rises from an unknown source, Jarlaxel flashes his pearly white teeth and welcomes Evelyn aboard the eye catcher. As they dance, Jarlaxel whispers a secret in Evelyn's ear. He hates Aminator so much that he restored Lathander to prominence by killing Father Luke Sunbright, knowing that the priest would be resurrected and humiliated in the process. While he admits that his actions are not keeping in the teachings of Lathander, Jarlaxel seems to know more about the Morning Lord than anyone Evelyn has ever met, and he vows not to meddle in the temple's affairs again. There's something irresistible about him. In many ways, he reminds Evelyn of her father. Jarlaxel's soothing words coupled with the beautiful music wash away all concerns as Evelyn lowers her guard and throws herself into Jarlaxel's arms.
I feel like
What I miss?
Nothing. You missed nothing. Nothing.
so. DM, where should I start the roleplay on that?
Oh no, that's. I mean, you're in Jarlaxel's cabin and you have thrown yourself into his arms.
All right, so we're snuggling in a corner.
Yeah.
Evelyn's like, I don't know if assassinating my mentor was really the right place to start. I mean, I agree with you on Aminator, but I mean, it was real unpleasant to see my mentor like that. I mean, personally, and then there's also the fact that, so many people, I mean, my friend Diath kind of got blamed for the whole thing, Diath?
I certainly know him. But my lady, if there was something that was preventing the rise of the sun, wouldn't you want it removed? I removed the cloud blocking the sun.
That's so beautiful when you talk so poetic. I just can't stay mad at you.
So that's why so this is going well. That's what I missed. So
Yeah. Oh no, she's like cuddling with Jarlaxel.
so just to recap, so Evelyn, the paladin of Lathander, is falling into the arms of this lying murderous drow.
Yeah.
And you wonder why the Reddit debates your alignment.
It was on the paper.
It was. The doilies were sons.
Yeah, the doilies
Yeah.
were sons. There was poetry.
Well, that's it. That's the end of the scenario. That's where you end up. We can check the other envelope. Let's see.
Okay.
Also, I want to see what the other envelope was over there.
This one says extra,
Oh man.
because we sure are.
By the way, I read the other envelope, and it's messed up.
I did too.
Well, I want to know what that envelope was.
I didn't read the either
Read
scenario. I was being...
whatever. I'm not.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, these are all just kind of depends on how much time we have, which we have a little bit. So if they're like one little fun, quick things, we can do them.
The other.
I guess we
envelope
should.
had a
I
heart.
shouldn't read them all and choose one, right? We should just pick one.
I guess so.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna.
Oh, boy.
Okay. I guess I have DM'd the least because I just read it and didn't want to do a French accent.
Sure.
Okay. What are we supposed to do with them?
Oh, just
Okay. Well, this is for
DM
Evelyn.
it.
All right. Evelyn, you, after spending a lovely night with Jarlaxel, however much you wanted to cuddle or not cuddle or rub your bits, depends. That's up to you. We're all having problems today, okay, Colton? You go to the temple and you find a young married couple who worship Lathander, and they come up to you and they're very excited, and they're holding a new baby girl, and they ask you, because you're such a renowned paladin of Lathander, and now that Aminatar has been displaced and now it's back to the Temple of Lathander, they ask you to name their baby girl.
Oh my God, what a responsibility.
The kid's just screaming.
She's so precious.
Screaming. Like, this is a terrible baby, just like, wah! Like, the
There's
worst.
like nothing precious about it.
No, it's just screaming. Like,
Can I be the dad?
Huh?
Can I
Yeah, sure.
be the dad?
Sure.
So like the wife is all like, oh my God, Nara baby, and the dad's just like, I haven't slept in 2 weeks. This
Yeah.
kid does not stop
Are
screaming.
you the mom?
No, I'm the mom.
Oh, you're the mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Dieth with me?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, what an honor to ask me to name your baby. Do you have any, like, thoughts or feelings that you want to convey, or characteristics? I mean, maybe,
Help.
And she just looks at like both of you, and she's just like, Lathander wanted us to make new life, and so we did. He wasn't really wanted it, but I think that it'll grow on him.
I mean, she will grow.
That's how babies work, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
they get bigger.
every time I look into her eyes, I
like,
get
It's still screaming.
I get lost in the ways that I could just, Anyway, what?
So please, Miss
Please.
Marthane, please, we need a name. We can't not name our daughter.
This is a big responsibility. I think we should make it a team effort.
You're asking me to do anything with a baby.
Well, I mean, let's
This-
see.
yeah, this-
So it's all about growing and let's see.
I told
the
you
light
she'd
of
make a big
Lathander,
deal
because
about
everything is the light of Lathander.
We're just trying to be good to the church. We don't
You know
argue
what?
right now.
You know what I see?
We're just
in
trying to
you?
help the church.
You know what I see in you? I see great hope for the future.
I see knapsack.
Hope. I think hope.
He
is
just starts like crying.
She takes her hand, Evelyn, and she's like, Hope is a beautiful name. We'll name her Hope, but she needs a middle name as well. It can be Knapsack.
Hope knapsack. That's beautiful.
I knew a guy named Knapsack once.
And right from Captain Woodrow himself.
Well, how does everyone know that?
Hope Knapsack.
Knapsack.
And my wonderful husband.
May she be blessed by
diaper
the light of
bag.
Lathander.
Go home.
May she be blessed by the light of Lathander all of her days. Thank you so much. Lathander bless you.
And they leave and have a miserable life.
Well, I hope we never have to see Knapsack again. Pick a day, doesn't matter when.
Tuesday.
Sure. We're all hanging out in the main part of the Waffle Manor, and Warrington Munt comes downstairs
Oh, good.
Pip, pip.
and says, "I say, I've been thinking about this establishment and how it has quite poor defenses. If there was an artillery strike or a barragement, we would be quite overwhelmed.
Oh, do you think there will be an artillery strike?
You can never be too prepared,
That's true.
Miss
Oh,
Muffin."
we're overwhelmed all the time. I'm personally overwhelmed constantly.
I don't mean internal overwhelmment. I mean actual explosions and cannons and bombardments.
Well, what do you think we should do?
I believe that at the top of the Waffle House itself, in the turret, we could easily place a cannon.
That's a big gun, right?
That's a big gun.
How long will that keep you busy?
Well, I would have to acquire one and bring it back, bring it up to the turret.
I don't care what
Place
it
it.
takes. How long will you do things that aren't coming and asking us questions?
Alton's also like super hungover, so the sound of Warrington's voice is just like someone has 2 power drills going into his temples.
Dieth is like, "This is a terrible idea.
Why?
We don't need heavy weaponry within the house. Like, if we shoot that and miss, we're hitting somewhere else within this city."
I'm pretty sure that I'm a cannon.
Yeah.
You are, but you have control over where you set your magic. None of us are experienced at using a cannon. To which Warrington says, I'm quite experienced in all forms of firearms, whether those within your hands or placed upon wheels or on the side of a ship.
Wait, a cannon does explosions? I still don't
Well, of
understand
course.
guns at all.
Perhaps you've been across a vessel amongst the sea with cannons to shoot off oncoming terrible sea creatures, or perhaps pirates or other sea-faring vessels.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of individuals here who could operate it. I, for one, have, operated a pistol, and also one time I threw a Molotov cocktail, and it was awesome. Do you remember that? Do you guys remember that? That was pretty sick.
I remember that.
I remember.
That was good.
Yes.
We're not putting a cannon in here that's too dangerous and too stupid. Plus, then we also have stored ammunition and additional smoke powder. Ah, yes, more smoke powder. That sounds wonderful.
It does sound like.
I must say, as a paladin, it's very important for me to be up to date and proficient with all weaponry. And if I do understand now that a gun is a weapon, one that may be used by others, or that I may be tasked with using at some point, I should learn to use them. So Warrington, will you give me gun lessons?
Well, teaching someone such as yourself to use all kinds of firearms or perhaps even heavy artillery such as cannons, I believe you will be a quick study.
I think so too.
And this is something I can certainly teach you in.
Great.
Dieth right behind him is going, no.
I don't care. If he's busy and he's not talking to us, that's all I really care about.
Yeah, why
We
not? I
are
think it'd be
supposed
funny.
to be a bakery house. Why would we put a cannon on the top? What kind of message does
You
this
remember when we were attacked by dinosaur
Yeah, that
riding?
was, if we just did that, would help.
Yeah, because we were in a jungle in a different
No,
continent.
the dinosaur came here.
They came to our house.
door.
Also, pie thievery in Waterdeep has gone up exponentially since we opened our business.
That's
I
true.
think we need our line of defense.
I think you're starting to block out memories because there was a dinosaur at our door once.
Yeah. Remember, you're too pathetic to kill? Remember that?
I do.
Yeah. That was the top of dinosaur.
I'm just saying, if we somehow miss with this cannon on top of our turret and hit some innocent person's house,
That's why I should know how to use it.
Yeah.
that doesn't mean they could dodge out of the way or they could be an illusion.
Just let him build the cannon. He'll
don't
leave us alone.
How about this?
What's the point
How about this? He'll give me gun lessons. I will learn about so-called firearms. And then as soon as I have a better grasp of what the heck these things do, we will revisit the subject of a cannon.
All right, so
Yes.
for now, no.
So for now, no, we'll shelve the subject and come back to it later.
What's the point of being roommates with the captain if you can't even put a cannon on top of your house?
That's not what being a captain is about.
Then what is it
Yeah, it's about making friends who he doesn't let us talk to.
It's about schmoozing with a sergeant, if I saw
She's a captain now, first off. And second, no, I'm not, thank you.
It seems a little defensive.
So
doesn't
you made it happen, Captain.
it? He made a captain happen.
Wait, are you talking about this?
All the bits.
Well, I
No
think the
one
matter's
fixed
settled then.
anything.
Warrington will just say, excellent. I will be more than pleased to at least teach someone else about the gloriousness of that of firearms. We shall do it somewhere peaceful and safe, so no possible injuries to yourself or others can happen.
I too will be attending these classes.
Of course, Pippin.
Yes.
Great. All right, we have time for one more, I think.
Okay.
Oh, you look right at me.
Strix. It has been 3 weeks since you've sold a single pie.
They've been stolen.
No, no one's even stealing them anymore. Business
Dieth
is
has
not good.
new friends. I'm not selling pies. I'm very depressed.
The pie shop's not making enough money. Profits are down. What are you going to do about it?
Strix, I've noticed there aren't too many customers in here lately. Why is that?
I think it's because of depression.
I've been running the books and our profits have been going down quite a bit.
You know, I think we need a marketing campaign.
Well, I'm not good at marketing because I'm weird and no one
Sure
likes
you
it.
are. You're our brand.
Also, Squidly has been eating all of the leftover pies and has gotten so fat.
I don't care about that.
Just like, Mom, I have one more pie.
Squidly,
Yes?
I'm not going to give you any more pies
Why?
because you've eaten all of the pies, and now we're not making money, and soon we'll all stop.
Oh, there's still like 30 pies.
No.
No one's buying them.
Squidly, I want you to go walk around the alley for about 8 hours
Like,
in circles. And then when you're done, I'll let you have a pie. And I'll let you talk to Paladin.
okay. He like goes to take a step out of the door and just kind of
Keep going. Crawl if you
like
have to.
falls over. He's just this like balloon tiefling. He just like,
How do you get so fat so fast?
I don't
dude,
know.
these pies, man.
Remember, 8 hours.
Got it. And he just kind of
Maybe-
like rolls out the door.
Maybe we need a sign. Maybe we need best pies in Waterdeep as, well, no, wait. The food critic was murdered. So no, we can't have best pies in Waterdeep.
Oh, do you think that's why?
Probably.
That might
Then
be.
I think we should have a health and safety campaign. Look at, I mean, Squidly's so fat. Maybe we need health pies.
No, I know.
Oh,
That's an idea. What if we sell something else?
no, I mean, not something, we do pies.
Well, but we can be pies and
What do you want to sell?
I was hoping someone would fill in the
Pies and
And-
I mean, I can enchant the pies.
Drinks.
Maybe the pies.
No, those are mine.
Maybe we could make something like a good berry pie that heals you.
Could you
Like a
make
healing-
that?
I mean, I can't, but I know there's that druid that lives across the street. Like maybe they always look really exasperated when we ask them saying things, but sometimes, most of the time, they say yes.
I got it. We'll enlist the help of Warrington, and then
No,
it can be
please.
Strix's pies and guns.
No, no, no.
No.
I like it. I like
How about enchanted pies?
I like the idea of healing pies. Maybe
Yes.
we could put some crystals in the
No,
in the
those are-
windows, and we could get some. We could do some like rituals, and people could come for healing. Let the sun shine in.
Maybe we should just give it up. Maybe
No.
we don't need to make pies anymore. Maybe
How about we
We're
go
not
talk
taking
to
it
the
off.
druid?
everyone has new friends. I'm just gonna leave.
I will go talk to the druid for you and ask about healing berries.
All right.
This was supposed to be a fun last card. Let's just give up.
We should, on that note, they plan to go talk to the druid. So
Yes.
now, Chris, we have a hanging thing that
Yes.
we're going to do in the next
Strix wants to
episode.
make pies with just a few good berries mixed in so that they can heal a few hit points
Yeah.
for adventurers.
Healthy
And
pies.
pies that are also healing instead
Cool.
of those nasty tasting healing potions.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a great idea. Healing potion pies. Awesome. So we have successfully had a Wafflebear ship, a City Guard ship, a weird Jarlaxel ship, and now Evelyn's taking gun lessons. Strix is going to
Yep.
make healing pies. Paulton knows how to make Molotov cocktails.
Simon is an ex-carny.
Right. Anything else that I'm missing?
Squidly is a round boy.
Jenks now has a new Owlbear puppet that's horrific because
Right.
Strix had to make him a new one. And Strix is depressed.
And there's a child named Hope Knapsack somewhere in Waterdeep.
And there could be a little owlbear baby bun in there.
Oh my gosh, baby Owlbear.
That went really well last time.
Someone still needs to explain that to Strix.
And
Yeah.
that's where we'll end.
Yep,
Hey.
that's where we'll stop.
So, for all of you here at PAX, you can find us immediately after this panel. We'll be over at the Idle Champions booth doing some signings. So if you guys want to come on by and say hi, feel free to see us there. We'll also be at the Bandland area where we got all kinds of official Waffle Crew shirts and merch, such as the fine ones that Nate and Anna are displaying. We got pins and other pop sockets and sweatshirts and other things. So we'll also be there. Feel free to come on by during that. And we also have an official Ask the Waffle Crew Anything panel.
Yep, that's going to be tomorrow at 4:30 in a specific panel room that is called Armadillo. That's the
Armadillo.
one.
All right. So you can also find us over there. So with that, everyone
Wait, wait.
What?
our official signing time.
Oh, yes.
Especially if you want to buy some merch and have it signed, we would love to see that. But bring anything you'd like to have signed. You can come meet us at our official PAX signing on Sunday, which is at 2 p.m. in the Q area.
Yeah, so official signing on Sunday, meet and greets today and tomorrow at the Idle Champions booth, and along with our own Q&A session tomorrow. Please come to all of that. Everyone at home, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Really appreciate it.
Sorry, if this is the first time you've ever seen us, I hope that you'll tune in on Tuesdays.
Yes.
On twitch.tv/DND. That's where we play this game every week with Chris Perkins, our actual DM who is not made of paper.
It's true.
And with that, thank you everyone for coming, and enjoy the rest of your PAX.